lot of this kind of work it highlights the possibilities of a certain kind of equal access, but it also highlights the extreme differences. So in relationship to Haiti, we're obviously interested very much in setting up links with Haitian students, with Haitian faculty in the wake of the earthquake. That's even more complicated than it was. But it requires a kind of grassroots from the beginning. In other words, if we want to have any kind of technological link, we're going to have to raise money to actually build sites where people can go and use computers, to get people access to computers, to maybe build wireless routers. And so there's a kind of component there where you realize that the web is actually predicated upon a set of privileges that are in fact not equally shared, right? So it's not just the habits, but actually the actual infrastructure that's important. And that's, I think, crucial because it's also a way to force us to really be in dialogue across boundaries and so forth. So, but that's going to raise other kinds of questions. I mean, I think the other challenge sort of closer to home in some ways, as one challenge we're going to be working on next year. The other challenge closer to home is in terms of the students themselves. I think it is a really useful tool for pushing them to sort of up their game in a certain way. And I think that was one of the main reasons I wanted to have students in the class I taught on soccer as like their main project was to produce information that would be out there. In part because it always makes me sad when students do such great research and then I read it and then I throw it away, and it seems like kind of a huge waste of effort. And there's a way in which, but also the kind of inspiration that goes with saying, there is a place where you can kind of spread knowledge. And with the Haiti lab, I think that's going to be, it's one of the things that's making us sort of imagine in huge ways, but almost overwhelmingly, which is that there's so many there's so many ways in which we need to put information out there and proactively kind of intervene also in a kind of immediate way. And I'll end with this point, but the other thing, and I think obviously Mark does this as well, and I mean all of you do this, but the need for the university space to be a space of rapid reaction as opposed to extremely slow reaction, right? Which, in other words, the normal publication, anybody who's in academia knows, the publication rate is like glacial. Scientists find it completely. Whereas what we are facing, and what we faced this year with the earthquake in Haiti, was a need for really quick formulation of complicated ideas to sort of put out there, finding ways into the media, finding ways to voice certain things now, in a sense. And that, I think, is something that I want to try to put into place and kind of institutionalize a little bit. It doesn't mean that we can't also have long-term reflection going on, but how do we kind of parlay those together and move those together and use the fact that the university is the site of incredible deep knowledge to also make rapid responses and